Hello everyone! Today's video is an updated version of my everyday makeup routine, so we're just going to jump right in. First things first, after washing my face and moisturising and such, I apply my primer. It's by Rimmel and I got it free with a foundation because Boots were having an offer once when they were giving away the matching primer. And it seems to do the trick, it just controls shine and keeps on your makeup all day, which is good. And now I jump in with my foundation. Mine is just a Max Factor one in, I assume, the lightest shade possible. I'm only joking, it's only light ivory. So I just use my Real Technique buffing brush that I use all the time and blend that in. It was only until editing this video that I realised that I actually take so long to blend in my foundation. It's unreal. I have actually fast forwarded this at least by 4 just to make it watchable, so I'm sorry. So close to being done, and she's done! Yes, thank God. And now moving on to concealer, I am using my LA Girl Pro Conceal in light ivory again. And I've nearly ran out, so I have to roll up the tube like a toothpaste empty tube just to get some product out. I should probably repurchase it. And then I just draw that over my areas like acne and dark circles and blah blah blah, and then I just use the same brush as my foundation one to just blend that in a little bit. Taking my Spectrum Big Fluffy brush, I just dust some light finishing powder over the top of that just to set it in place. The next step is a technique I learnt on the interwebs. You just take your powder and a makeup sponge, and it's called baking. I think everyone's heard of it, but usually people use the Ben Nye banana powder, but you can also just use a pressed powder and sponge, that's fine. And you just rub it in and dab it onto your face and get these really cool white lines all over your skin. And you just let that bake for about 10-15 minutes, and then you use a big fluffy brush to knock off all the excess powder, and you should have some nice contoured highlighted facial lines. Over the top of this I'm just using again a Collection blusher, and it's like a sponge, it's like a springy sponge that has the product inside it, and you just sort of press that onto your face. And I'm gonna also let this bake for a little bit so I can also knock off the excess powder later. And now onto my eyes. I'm using my trusty dusty Naked 2 palette, which has now got broken hinges thanks to me dropping it, and the Urban Decay eye primer, which I can honestly clarify, it is a lifesaver. It's just honestly the best primer I've ever used in my entire life. I'm just gonna be popping that onto my eyelids because where else am I gonna put it? And then using the lightest shade in the palette, I keep forgetting the name, so I'm going to just put that all over my lid with my hand, well, finger, to just create a good base colour. And then I'm going in with the matte browny lighty lilac-y shade, I can only describe it as a lilac-y brown, and I'm just going to be putting that into my crease because I am honestly really loving the whole nude eye with a hint of brown in the crease at the moment. It just looks a lot more natural and I really, really love it. Eyeliner time. Obviously I just honestly can't live without having my cat eye flicks. This actually takes me a while because I can't tell you why, I don't know why, but all I know is that it takes a bloody long time, and of course you will always get one uneven eye. But it's okay, I just sort of leave it, I deal with it. If it looks semi-similar, then that's totally fine. I forgot to mention, but this eyeliner is a Bourjois, I think it's 42-hour eyeliner, and so far it's just the best eyeliner I've ever used. And now for lashes with my Benefit They're Real mascara. It's really difficult to get off, and then I realised that they do actually do a They're Real eye makeup remover, which would probably explain why my normal makeup remover wasn't removing the product. But at the end of the day, it's just a really good mascara, and look how long it's making my lashes look. Wow, they're really short and stumpy thanks to false eyelashes. That's a trap, that is. If you have naturally long lashes, don't get obsessed with false lashes because it just rips out your natural ones. Fell down that rabbit hole. And now using my big fluffy Spectrum brush, I'm just knocking off the excess powder from the baking. And it can help make your foundation just match your neck a little bit more as well. Brows. I use my Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade in medium brown and a spoolie that I somehow just bought a pack of them a while ago and I just keep finding random spoolies around the house. And taking my Real Techniques, it's supposed to be an angled eyeliner brush, I think, or an eyebrow, I don't know. It's an angled brush, so I use that. And I have the thickest brows ever. Probably not. But if you have really thick brows and dark haired brows like me, this product really helps, and it's just, I just love it so much. And clearly I'm having a really good brow day today because I've got one sorted, but let's see if we can get the other one matching. Don't forget, eyebrows are sisters, not twins. I then seal the browness with a collection. It's supposed to be a clear mascara, but I think it works really well for the brows too. It's like a multi-purpose product, it's fab. And now taking my current love, which is the Revolution Golden Sugar Ultra Blush Palette, which I use as both bronzing, contouring and highlighting and blush palette because it has shades that you can use for everything. There is a blog post up about it, which if you want to go check out you can, the link's in the description. And I'm just using my contour Spectrum brush and brushing some bronzer into the cheekbones and stuff, and then I'm just going to put that in the bridge of my nose just to give it a bit more shape and definition. Now moving on to highlight, I use the white shade from the same palette and I use an eyeshadow brush from my Spectrum brush collections because it just gets into the little areas a lot nicer than a big fluffy highlighty brush would. So I use that on my nose, my brow bones, the bit above your lip, which I think is called a cupid something, and then along the cheeks because obviously that's where I always highlight. And then on top of this, I use my Urban Decay Naked Illuminator in, I think it's Aura, and it's like a peachy shade, and I then just dust that over the top of the highlight I've already done, and it just adds some extra colour and extra sparkle, and I honestly just bloody love this product. I can't go anywhere without it. And finally, the lips. This is usually optional because some days I'll use Velvet Teddy, some days I won't do anything, and then today, well, lately I've been loving my new lipstick, which I will share with you in a second. But for now I'm just lining my lips with a plummy coloured from Avon. And over the top I'm putting my new Lime Crime Velveteen in the shade Teddy Bear. It's part of the Melanie Martinez collection and it's like a lilac-y brown, and it was the only colour I'm missing from my staple lipstick collection, so I obviously needed it in my life. And it's Melanie Martinez, like, who doesn't love her? What the hell? And we're done. This is my everyday makeup look. If you like this, don't forget to leave a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Bye!